Hello everyone, Life with Jonathan here. We're all dressed and ready, and we're gonna go for a walk today. Don't know what we're gonna find today, but we're gonna find out. So, yeah, let's go on this adventure together. Alright, on our way! And the start of the walk starts off with an absolute pure banger right now. Absolute banger. Like, wow. And yeah, that's what we're listening to. It's a little creepy, but not to be creepy, but the lady in front of you with the green hair is also enjoying her music just as much as I think I am. And that's just amazing to see. Don't know what she's listening to, but who cares? She's getting into it, and I'm with it. Aha! Music, baby, music! Well, folks, I was actually way off the mark by like 1,000 meters. That's actually just the power of drugs. And there was no music. Wow. What a shame. Need some late night food? I'm here, people. I got some great food. If you don't have this song on your playlist, you're not living. This guy's a legend in house music. Well, people, it was only a one-night kind of thing. there's no cookies and drinks for me to go give to people in need tonight, which is a shame. I can't afford to do it, so we'll have to wait for another night. Or when I win the lottery. You know? Although I don't play the lottery, because statistically it's terrible. Horrible. Anyways, yeah. Shit. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I have this one idea though. I don't know if it can be put in practice or will actually work. But I thought of going to I thought of going into a convenience store, buying packs of cards, and then trying to find people in need who actually might want to take 5 minutes out of their life and learn how to do 3 magic tricks so we could create them like a little business, and then instead of asking for money, they could go walk around and do card tricks for money. And then through the card tricks that they learn, hopefully that would make them enough money so that they can buy at least a minimal 1 meal a day. And you know, whatever else they want to spend their money on. That's my idea. I don't really got any money to put that in practice yet, but I really would like to. And you know, maybe that's just one way we could try and help homeless people to make a little bit of money without feeling like a burden on life. Anyways, that's all I got. Okay, I've come up with a more brilliant idea for this adventure. Alright? So they could even have a set list for like some jokes. Jokes they could go tell the people when they're showing the magic tricks. Like, for example, one joke could be like, you know, watch this card disappear like my whole life has disappeared. You know, or I don't know, that was kind of my only thought, but I thought it was funny. Nordstrom. Why'd you have to make the Asian lady look even more Asian than she already does? It's funny. Every time I walk by this tree, I always think that the government just ran out of money. Because if you actually walk around it, there's like 4 points of this tree that has no lights on it. And I'm really digging this music. I'm gonna actually have to Shazam this. Wow, this is a really good song. Okay, Life with Jonathan here. You're not gonna be able to see this, and this is also another creepy thing. But there's a blonde lady in that car, and she's fucking smoking hot. Holy shit me sideways. Sorry, I just had to promote that. Because knocked me off my feet almost. Wow. Okay. I've come up with another idea in attempts to get more confidence inside Jonathan. And this is going to be phase 2 in getting more confidence inside of me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell jokes to people just randomly walking out on the street. Because as you all know, we're in a pandemic here, and the comedy is really limited right now. And as somebody who should be on his 3rd year, but really only has 1 year under his belt in stand-up comedy, I need to find a way to be able to tell some of my jokes. Like, for example, this one. You know, in this pandemic, you know, it's been really hard to meet women. For example, you know, when I try and meet women in this pandemic, most of them look at me and think I look like a boy who would ask Santa Claus for a girlfriend, but instead just gets more lotion. Or like, here's this one. You know, you know, growing up in my life, I've always had two fathers. You know, I had a father on one side of my life, and I had a stepfather on the other side of my life. And, you know, and having two fathers has always made me feel bad for my black friends. Because it's always made me want to give them one because they don't have a father. Alright, we're gonna work on that black one joke. We're gonna work on that one. That one needs a little bit of work. But there's something there, people. There's definitely something there. Every time I walk by this place, it reminds me of the time my brother told me this story about when he was trying to hook up with his current wife. And he brought her here for a night out. And he... and not only did he bring her here, but they bought one of the hotel rooms in here, and he said it was one of the custiest and grossest hotel rooms he's ever been in. But the music was phenomenal. Now, most people who come to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse come for the steak. It makes sense. It says it in its name. But this location right here, I'm telling you, they have a stuffed chicken with like a garlic cream cheese sauce. And I don't know who the chef is at this place, but let me tell you, it's fucking to die for. And I have never had a steak at this place. And I've been here a few times. Cause that chicken, it's just so fucking good. I don't know. Steaks are good, but I'm telling you, this guy puts crack in this chicken. I'm telling you. It's just that good. It's that good. So, go check out Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Toronto. And get the stuffed chicken. Because look, you can get steak anywhere, right? Anywhere you can get steak. Most nice restaurants all have steak, right? And like, you don't know where to get a stuffed chicken. I don't know where to get stuffed chicken besides that place. That's really good. I don't. If you do, leave it in the comments below, because I'll go try it out. But yeah, I'm telling you, phenomenal. And there's the Toronto Yuck Yucks, people. Where I've done 2 sets. And I think the first set of Yuck Yuck is what really, really ingrained in me that I was really going to become a comic. Because the minute I walked in there, I just knew what I was doing was right. There was just something inside of me that said, yes, you need to continue to do this for the rest of your life and find comedy clubs just like this so you can tell your jokes. And yeah, you need to support more live comedy, people. And yeah, it's amazing. Well, guys, this is a really sad sight to see for comics in the Toronto area. Commercial space lease now available. The Corner Comedy Club. This place was the best. I loved it here. This was the place that I had my very second ever set in my existence. No, not my second. It was my first ever comedy show I've ever done. It was on a Monday, hosted by a wonderful gentleman, Joey Harlem, and another gentleman, I can't remember his name, so I apologize. Jeremy Dobsky and Joey Harlem ran an open mic on Mondays here at this club, and I walked in not knowing anything about what I was doing or how to get on stage, but I had a joke in mind that I thought was the funniest joke in the existence of the world, and I went up here and I did 2 minutes and 8 seconds of the absolute worst comedy you could potentially do in the existence of comedy. It was horrible. But that 2 minutes and 8 seconds sparked something inside of me, and now I wish to be a comic for the rest of my life, because for the remainder of that year, I decided to try and find open mics all throughout the city, and the next one was at a venue we're gonna go skip to right now. Vapor Central, people. This is the second place that I ever did stand-up comedy. Ever. And it was all thanks to Mike Rita. He used to run a show here on Sundays at 9 p.m. And it was a comedy show. And I showed up one day to try and get on because I had no idea how to get on stage. And when I asked him how to get on stage, he told me to come talk to him in 3 comics. But in 3 comics, he never got off stage, so I wasn't able to talk to him. But what was lucky was at this show, at the end, or throughout the show, he liked to give out gifts, you know, grinders, papers, you know, maybe a little bit of cannabis or some extract or whatever. And that's just part of the show. And at the end of this show, he was giving away a gift. And to get the gift, you needed to have a talent. And if anyone in the audience had a talent, you could come up and do the talent and win the gift. And of course, myself said, I got a talent. I got 2 minutes and 8 seconds worth of talent. So I walked up, and Mike Rita said, oh shit, it's the guy from 1920s, the chimney sweeper, haha. Yeah, this guy asked me to do comedy. So he let me on stage, and I did another 2 minutes of the absolute worst comedy in my total existence, but it was the best comedy because it sparked more insurance in me that I knew this is what I wanted to do with my life. And yeah, really, if it wasn't for Mike Rita getting me on the Toronto Community stand-up page, I don't know if I would have kept going out. Who knows? Probably would have. But anyways, after that, I just kept showing up every Sunday because I didn't know where else to go. And he would give me spots, and it was amazing. And then once he added me to the Toronto Community stand-up page, and that's when it all exploded. I was out, you know, 1 night a week, then it was 3 nights a week, and then it was 5 nights a week, then it was 5 to 6 nights a week, and yeah, it was amazing. And I can't wait till this pandemic is kind of over, in the sense that we're able to do it kind of like full-time again. And once that's gonna happen, I'm gonna do it, people. I'm going back out. Can't wait. It's amazing.